Well, hello everyone, and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Joyce Nash from Hadassah Ministries, and I'm going to do a little introduction with Hadassah Ministries. That's a ministry, a women's ministry God has given me years ago, back in 1999. I started off writing newsletters, and after that, I started doing women's seminars. And I'm a blogger, and my desire, my passion, and my vision and mission for Hadassah Ministries is to give you what God has given me, to see people become free, to see people become delivered, for people to have sound wisdom, sound knowledge, sound teaching, sound doctrine in subjects that's real to where we live at, and things that we deal with that will separate and help us in our heart, our minds, and our life. And so this is what this YouTube channel is all about. This is what it's all about. And as God keep refining me in what I'm doing, it will become better and better. The last video I made, and this is it's about side chicks. We still on about side chicks, and I had made a video about the emotional side chick, and you can go back and click on it and listen to it. And I wanted to continue with that and didn't want to lose the momentum of it. And so this video is going to be about the physical side chick, the one who thinks sex is the weapon in order to keep or get a man, but we're going to talk about that because that is also connected to our emotions as well. And when and if our emotions is not where they need to be, and when we're emotionally a wreck, emotionally immature, emotionally unbalanced, emotionally distraught, with our emotions as women, we have so much emotions and many emotions. And if we don't allow ourselves to be healed, and we don't allow ourselves to be delivered, we don't allow ourselves to come to a place of wholeness in our emotions, and we don't allow ourselves to just come to a wholeness in our womanhood, what happens is that our emotions will lead us anywhere to do anything. And even though we don't want to, I believe some of us just either don't know or don't know how to overcome or come out of those situations of being a physical side chick. A physical side chick is the one who has sex all the time with a man in order, and your emotions is tied to that man, even though he's not yours, even though he may not never be yours. And so I don't blame no one. I don't condemn no one because, tell you the truth, we kind of got railroaded when we came into the knowledge of life. If you really look at society, if this is something God made me see, if you really look at some of the movies, look at the movies, they from black and white movies from the 20s, 30s, 40s up to now, they promote sex. They promote illicit relationships. They promote adultery. They promote affairs. It promotes sex. Society promotes sex. We come into here, and before we know it, we thinking about boys and I was thinking about this song that we had that I heard when we was growing up. Cowboys, cowboys and girls, baby loud. We hear that. We hear those songs when every generation hear a song, a love song. Me and Mrs. Jones. That's adultery, okay? But when you are out there, when you don't hear that, when I hear songs now, I'm like, oh my God, is that what I was singing? My Lord, is that what I was singing? But when you in that life, that their songs don't bother you none. It do not bother you not one bit. Papa was I'm going all the way. People like, how old are you? Old enough to be grown, okay? Papa was a Rolling Stone. Yeah, he was. All those songs back in the day. Now you got songs now is doing the same. It's just a different spin, a different flavor of hearing those songs, you know. And so we kind of get railroaded in as women, coming in thinking we got to the thing we got to do is have a man, have babies, have sex, you know, and have a man. Got to now it's different now. You know, you got to get the bag, get the man with the bag, get the man with the 6,000, you know. But majority of us, if it's not 50% of us, it'll be in side chicks. And you know, or end up being, you know, a side chick ain't nothing but a mistress. In my last video, the side chick ain't nothing but a mistress. It's all it is. You know, they've been having side chicks back in Abraham's day, so it ain't nothing new under the sun. Okay, what I have noticed that what we do is find different dictionary words for stuff now. But side chick ain't nothing but a mistress. It's the same thing. I don't care how you try to dress it up. You know, I ain't never a side chick. You're a mistress. Okay? But the thing about it is when you're in the physical part of it, it really does demeanor you. It really does something to you. And the thing about it is we'll deceive ourselves in our minds thinking, if I bed him enough, if I give him enough, if he flip me enough, if I flip him enough, he'll sit here and want to be with me forever. No. Mm-mm. I know you can sit here and look at the movie Pretty Woman, but it don't always turn out like that. Physical side chicks who give sex all the time, hoping that a man want to make them honorable. Every woman wants to be honorable. I don't care who you are. Every woman wants a man to say, you are mine exclusively. Every woman. I don't care how, I don't, even the ones who fall for the polygamy, even them. Even in the Middle East, because a woman wants a man for herself. Every woman. Now, if you want to do timeshare, that's you. I don't do timeshare with nobody. I don't do timeshare. But if you want to do timeshare with a man because you figure maybe he might turn to you, it's going to continually demeanor you in your emotions. You're going to continue to feel less like a woman because a woman feels good. A woman was created to feel good inside herself in virtue and in honor. Yes, she is. You feel better when inside yourself when there's virtue in your life, and honor in your life. When you are not taking yourself and passing around to every man who wants to come, or everybody, or every man who wants to sit there and get with you just for that reason and give you lies that and hope that one day I'm gonna get you know, one day, oh baby, you know, baby, just wait a minute, you know, one day I gotta take this thing slow, you know, I don't want to hurt her, you know, but I'm with you. Mm-mm. A physical side chick. When you use sex, when you're being used for sex in order for you to get this man in your life, it's not worth it. And I know some people are go through this and some people are in the throes of this. I'm not condemning you. I'm not putting you down. You cannot convince me because God didn't create us like that. And you cannot convince me that anybody who whether they sell themselves or gives themselves feel good about themselves at the end of the day. You can't convince me of that. Because God created us in virtue and honor. He created us as daughters of a king, the true and living king. He created us like that. God don't have no problem with us feeling good about ourselves as women. He has no problem with that. He wants you to honor yourself. He wants you to have virtue. He wants you to. He really do. But he also know that when a woman has been violated or molested or tricked or lied to in her emotions or been deceived in her mind, to fall into that trap of sex, he knows it starts eating at the very fiber of her womanhood. And sooner or later, she doesn't feel good about herself. Sooner or later, she don't believe that she's supposed to be honorable or have virtue. Sooner or later, she just go ahead and keep going on in the same thing over and over again, knowing that this man is not going to make her his own. Knowing deep down in her heart that he is not going to sit here and make her honorable. But she has hope. Maybe she has hope every time he sit here and pick up the phone and call her name or come and spend time with her. She has hope for that hour, hope for that weekend, hope for that season. And when he goes back, where's your hope, sis? Where's your hope? You have to make a decision that I no longer want to be a physical side chick. The sex may be good, but he's not going to make you exclusive. He's not going to make you his own. He's not going to do it. And let me tell you something. It's hard coming out of a relationship when you love a man. Because we end up loving those men. Loving them. It's hard coming out of the relationship when you love that man. It's hard letting that man go when you love that man. Been there, done that. Got the tattoo, t-shirt. It's hard, sis. I understand. Trust me, I understand. Because your hope says it's going to turn. He got to see that I love him. He got to see that I want him. He got to see something about me other than the bed. He got to see that I'm a real woman. He got to see it. But sometimes they don't see it. And you end up giving more of yourself, selling more of yourself than you wanted to. And sis, I want you to come out. I'm going to tell you why. Because if you don't come out, you are going to start hating yourself. You're going to be starting feeling shame about yourself. You won't even look at yourself in the mirror. You don't even know who you are because you steady going down and down and down to that pit of just slop. That's all it is. Sexual slop. And your self-esteem and your self-worth will keep going plummeting and plummeting and plummeting, that you get to the place that you don't care. Let him come. If he don't leave his wife, that's all right. If he don't leave his girlfriend, that's okay. I got him for the weekend. I'm his for the weekend. He loving on me for the weekend. I'm all right. And you know what happens after he leaves? You sit there in a depressed state, waiting for the next time he come around, hoping, somewhere in your mind you're hoping, he's going to make you his exclusively. And he's not. The physical side chick is a dangerous place to be because sex is like a drug. It'll keep you coming back and back and back for more. It's a dangerous place to be because if you don't watch yourself, your emotions, you can become angry and resentful towards his wife or girlfriend. Knowing when you walked into this, they were there. That's how it drives some women into doing things they shouldn't do. Busting windows, tires, end up in jail because sex is because that sex bonded them with that person, and they want that person while he still give you lies, buy you gifts. See, he can up it too, take you out somewhere for a weekend country getaway, then go back to the main woman. And you think you did something, you think he did something. You know what he did? He gave you some hush money. He gave you some hush love. Hush hush. You a secret friend. You a secret side chick. You know you my physical Nash. Don't tell me now. You secret friend. Is it worth it? You may say it is. I get the money. He paid my bills. He bought me a car. But when you come to the conclusion of it, you still don't have no one in your life. So what do you know about being a side chick? I don't know about being a side chick. I know I had would I know that I had to learn how to come out of being an emotional side chick. You know, you the cheerleader, the rah rah, rah 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 rah, and he ain't thinking about me. God had to teach and train me. He ain't thinking about you. He ain't thinking about you. Sis, you more worth than that. You worth it. You worth having God placing somebody in your life exclusively for you to be happy and want somebody to love you all your own. You can continue being a physical side chick. You can continue giving out the sex. But I promise you, at the end of the day, it's not going to do anything for your womanhood, but make you depressed, and your self-esteem, your self-worth is going to go downward and downward, and you're going to wish you never separated and met that man at the end of the day. And I know women did that for a life. I know people did that for a living. But you will not convince me in my heart that no woman doesn't want their husband, doesn't want a man exclusively. I may come back and teach on Esther, something God had in the Bible, God had gave me wisdom about. Because you cannot make me believe that Esther was not troubled about all those women there. We're going to talk about that. That might be my next video, you know, about Esther in the palace. But I want to pray for you, and I'm going to stand and believe God to change your mind and change your heart about yourself, to come up out of that relationship and want God to do something in your heart, your mind, that you feel good about yourself and that you turn around. Father, I want to thank and praise you for whatever woman listening to this, who's going through this and want to come out of it. I ask you, God, to deliver her. Give her a encounter with your love. Heal her heart wherever has triggered her to be in these situations. Prove to her that you are able to stand her upright on the inside and have her to live a happy, full life until you place someone in her life. She has no more have to be a side chick. She no more have to sell her body. She no more have to lie to herself. She don't have to have hope in somebody else's relationship. You will give her one of her own. In Jesus' name, amen. And sis, even if you struggle, trust God to bring you up out of that struggle. In the description below, I will have my email address. You can email me to pray for you or ask a question or a topic. It doesn't bother me none. Please hit subscribe, leave a comment. I pray that this bless you. I'm doing this because I love God. I'm doing this because I love people. And I'm doing this because you don't know my story. I might put some of it on YouTube, some of it I want. But I understand as a woman the hurt and pain that we go through being in different type of situations and don't realize that we are just a side chick at times. Emotional, physical, financial, mental, and a spiritual side chick. And I might have to add in there a secret friend. I might have to do a video on that too. God bless. Have a great evening. See you later. Bye.